Very excited to see the return of Lady of Camelot in the Group 1 Moya Stakes. Looks to be a lovely race for her. Give us a great test at weight for age level. Certainly putting her Everest credentials on the line here. She looks to have come back in really good shape. She's drawn lovely, got a nice low draw, be able to utilise her tactical speed. She's arrived down in Melbourne in good shape. She looks particularly well, and as I said, very pleased with the performances that we've seen from her in her most recent trial. So can't wait to see her back at the races. Just Fine's racing second up in the Chelmsford Stakes. It looks to be a lovely race for him. He's much better at the mile as opposed to the 1400 metres he resumed in the Group 1 Winx Stakes. Just a little bit out sprinted and run off his feet there over the concluding stages. So out to the mile, he's much better placed here. Military Mission in the same race is first up here. Traditionally a horse that improves deeper into his campaign, end over further, but going into this race off a nice trial win. Poptronic's a very interesting mare, a Group 1 winning mare from Europe, having her first start in Australia. The 1600 metres is well short of her best, so expect her to be doing her best work late and going to be much better placed deeper into the campaign. Royal Patronage is a very interesting runner for us. He looks to be a lovely type, having his first start here in Australia. He's going into the tramway off the back of two nice trials. Thought he looked particularly well, particularly forward. 1400 metres, they may be a little bit sharp for him over this distance, but I think once we can see him a mile and beyond, he's really going to improve into himself and put together a couple of nice race performances this preparation. The Furious Stakes sees the return of Two Done Lizzie. She looks particularly well. Her most recent trial, I thought, was a really strong indication of how well she's come back this campaign. Nice draw for her. She got good tactical speed. So this race maps quite well for her. She is a filly that's going to be better suited later in the Princess Series over the 14 and 1600 metres, but she does have the tactical speed to put herself into the race and be very effective. So Lucan is racing second up here. He's much better suited stepping out to the 2400 metres. Thought he found a lovely spot in the run there first up. He got into a nice rhythm, was just out sprinted over the 2000 metres, but up in trip today, he's drawn well. Looks to be a nice setup for him here. He's in good shape and certainly open to plenty of improvement. Major Bill's returning to the races. He's had two nice solid trials to have him ready for this first up run over the mile in a benchmark 94 handicap. Dropping back in grade here, it looks to be a suitable option for him. He's no doubt going to be much better suited later in the campaign over the 2000 metres plus, previous ATC Derby winner. So he just may find that the mile a little bit sharp for him first up here. The 300s racing first up at Hawkesbury today. Over 1400 metres in a maiden plate. Looks to be in good shape. It looks a lovely race for him to resume in. I think we've seen nice improvement from him. Obviously his form is quite mixed at 2, but I think he's really ready to put in a consistent campaign. Most importantly, he gets the dry conditions that he's been looking for. Jupiter Hills didn't have much luck when racing first up at Warwick Farm. She was caught wide on a hot speed, and that may have just brought her undone. I think she's much better suited here, stepping up to the 1400 metres. The tempo of that distance will naturally suit her better. She's stepping back in grade as well. So I think that those few factors combined can see her bouncing back because she's a filly that's certainly shown talent and potential previously.